So again, today we are going to talk about what to say and how to say it, because using words and images is how you create your messages. I'm sure you heard location, 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 but for online marketing, it's really content, content, content. And what you say and the way you say it, with the tone, the date, time, the frequency, is how you attract and engage, and that they feel that you are share worthy to your audience. So what are the key to great content? This seminar will teach you some time-saving tips, techniques, and just even apps that will help you with the content. We were going to learn how to create, curate, and extend. So let's dive right into all of this. So at the core, marketing is about getting results. And depending on your goal or your campaign, it can be different. You might set a campaign where it talks about doing clicks or downloads. You might want them to come and visit your store or office, attend an event. You might want them to pick up the phone and make a reservation or an appointment. And again, you might want them to call. Or it can also be just to be informed or brand recognition. But all of this in the very end is going to give more revenue, donations. I also would like to have engagement in here if you are a nonprofit. And the super basic of an email here are picture, paragraphs, and call to actions. Those are the key things to a good email. And when it comes to the picture, at the top, we always have your logo. And we're going to talk more about that a little bit later. And it's also important to know that write for your audience. What are they interested in? Write for them and not for you, because you need to make your message relevant, you need to make it short, and you need to make it focused. So if you have a pet business, then the message should be something that is relevant for the people that are subscribing to your emails. Because if what you're sending out is boring, 38% will actually unsubscribe, and 32% will spam you if it's relevant, and you sure don't want people to spam you. So every single email you send out, make sure it is really, really relevant. So let's look at creating emails. How much is enough? I know it is a little bit different depending on what industry you're in, but the numbers I'm going to give you now are the ones that Constant Contact, just looking over content that are sending out, not looking at content, but just doing statistics have come up with. So one of those are, if you have 20 lines of text or less, that is the best and most effective email. And if you have 3 pictures or less, I would say 3 pictures plus your logo on the top, not more, okay? And what about links in there, call to action or links? If you only have one single link in your email, that is going to get most clicks. If you have 2 different ones, the total number of clicks of action someone will take on your email will go down. 3, it declines even more. And if you have more than 5 clicks, no one is going to click on anything. Okay. I know we all have so much to say and so much information, but please try to restrain yourself. If you have a good website with a lot of information, have a link to the website. You don't need to tell them everything. Everyone knows that you can go to the website to find detailed information. Not everything needs to be in your email, because if the one link you have in here is a call to action, restrain yourself and don't do any more links if you want results. And also remember that more than half of all emails are read on a mobile device. So try to make any call to action or links a big button, and don't make it really. If you look at the example here to the right, you see this example, you see they have put a link maybe to an event, but then the person that's going to do it, they have a link to her website, then there is a link to a food festival. There are way too many links in here, and no one is going to click on anything, and that defies the purpose of your webinar. So let's talk about turning your interaction to your customers, clients, members, and supporters into content, because that's the most common question we get. What are we going to write out? You tell us that we need to be connected, and sometimes I have something to say, but some months I don't have anything. So here is a really good suggestion. Listen to your audience. What are they asking me? What are the most common questions? Just write those down and turn those questions into emails or a blog. For example, how do I ensure that my pipes don't burst this winter? If this is something you hear a lot, and that's a question if you are a plumber, send out an email saying 5 ways to protect your pipes from freezing this winter. That is something someone will be interested in, and there are more suggestions in here. You can take a look at those when you get the slideshow this afternoon. And take a look at the difference between these emails. The one to the left would be a very plain email that maybe you send out directly from your Outlook or Gmail, where the one to the right is a constant contact email where you have a logo, where you have an image, and where you have the call to action, which in this case is visit your site. Make sure you communicate through images. Images are very powerful, and they don't need to read. Remember, way more than 50% open up on their on a smartphone. So if you have 1 or 2 good images, that is going to have a lot of impact to what you are sending. So communicate with that, but make sure that all of them are clickable. If you attend my workshops, how to do things, you know that you can click on your logo and then link that to your website. You need to make sure that all call to action is above the scroll line, and the scroll line is what shows up on the computer or a cell phone without them having to scroll further down. And keep it, I think this is a little bit too busy. It says here, use design wisely and limit choices. One of the things is that your email design should be a kind of copy of your website, so your branding and colors are the same everywhere. If you do videos, this is an excellent way to making engaging communication. So mention your video in the email subject line. So people know that if they open it up, they're going to see a video, because people love videos. And in fact, 50% of people are more likely to open up and read the email if they know there is a video in there. And the videos you're using, make sure they are under 90 seconds. That's about the time people have to fill out things. And you can use the videos for product demos, for testimonials, for promotions, or to follow up. If you had an event of some kind and something fun happened, a short little video is perfect. And the video you're creating, you're going to embed that in your email, but remember, you're also going to be able to use this on your social media. So the next thing is Curate. And when we talk about Curate, some people wonder, what is that? And think about a curator at an art museum. That person uses their expertise and to collect and present artwork from all kinds of sources to make a good experience for someone visiting the museum. We never expect a curator to paint the paintings as well. And this is something that goes for newsletters as well. Remember, you are the expert within your area. So you most likely read and hear others talking about the subject around your business. So here is a typical example. This is a bicycle store, and they have 3 different articles in here. Again, it's more than one click, but that's what it is. And the Boston Globe wrote an article about Cambridge installing side guards on city trucks. So they wrote their own words in the beginning, and then this is how they say: following Boston lead, the city is working with federal transportation safety expert, and so on. And then they link to that article in the Boston Globe, and they give the Boston Globe, they let them know that the Boston Globe that wrote that. So they don't copy and paste content from someone else, they just link to it. You add a couple of words that adds your perspective and insight to it, and then you link to it. So this way, very quickly and easily, can they have a efficient email. So in this case, you can see that they offer 20% off summer gear through the end of June. And then they have 3 different articles that could be of interest to their customers. So where do you find it? You know, if I'm sure you're reading things when you are in the business. So just check the news, read different blogs, follow social media and Google alerts. And then you can subscribe to email lists. You can subscribe the new email list to bigger organization, to newspapers, anything that would be relevant. And then just make sure that when you find something that you click and you save it for yourself. So when it's time to put together your email, then you have all of those, and you just need to write a little piece in the beginning. But again, don't forget to give credit to the original author or source. Very important. The next thing we're going to look at is extend. And you need to share it. And when it comes to that, it's email and it's social media, because with email, you have the people that are already on your email list. I'm going to turn on the camera here. Okay, I'm trying to do something here on my computer. Bear with me. There we are. So You do have your email, but only the people that are on your email list. But then you have your social media, so there might be people on social media that are not on your email list. So therefore, when you put something together, make sure whatever content you have in the email that you, if it's a long newsletter, you divide that and put on the social media, because now you might reach other people. But also you want, and then hopefully the people reading your social media posts will subscribe to your email. But you also want your email list to follow you on social media, because social media you update more often. An email might just come once a month, where on social media you update it several times a week. So make sure that you share it, and there are a lot of sharing tools. So within Constant Contact, as soon as you have sent an email, when you go in and look at the email, there is this email link. And if you click on that, the email opens up like a web page. And that link, if you have it right here, you can copy and paste that directly into your social media if you want to. Or within Constant Contact, there is actually a little bit further down on the page, you have this schedule post, where you can go in and schedule your email to be posted to whatever social media platforms you have set up within Constant Contact. So if you are using Twitter and Facebook, then you just set up both of them, and then you can send out this. And remember, an email on social media, you can set it up and send it out several different times, the same thing, because the cool thing and the good thing, and that's why email marketing is so effective, is it stays in someone's inbox until they open it or delete it. Okay, with social media, the way the social media feed is now, when someone posts something, it goes quickly, it goes down the line. And if someone don't open up a social media the day when you have posted something on Facebook, for example, they're never going to see that post. So therefore, it is absolutely okay to put it up again a few days later. Maybe you have another image, you highlight in that social media post another part of your email, and then they can click on it, and then the email will pop up on their screen. Images. This is someone sending out an email. It's an in. So this is what the email looks like. And you can see that they have this porch swing in the email. Then if you go to their Facebook page, they have the same image and they mention more or less the same thing. And then you go to their, I think that is a Twitter account, the same thing, the same image several different times. And that is absolutely okay. I usually tell churches, when you have an event, pick a really good picture. Let's say you have a church picnic. Pick a picture to represent the picnic. It might be a picnic basket, or might be a picture of the park where you're going to have the event. You use that on the slideshow in the church. You put that in your email. You might even print that in the bulletin, because the first time someone sees information about the event, maybe on the big screen in the church, they see the picnic basket and they find information. Okay, that is Sunday, August 15. Okay, and they kind of put it in the back of their mind. And then the next time they get the newsletter coming in their inbox, they don't even need to read the text, because now it's the same basket. It's just going to say, oh, yeah, that's the picnic. I think I'm going to go. And then they come to church next week and they see the image up on the screen again. And it's just reinforce the memory of those things. So do use the images over and over again. So what is the next step? Remember, you need to write for the audience and not for you, and use links, keep it relevant, keep it short, and keep it focused. And 3 easy steps for creating content. Begin with your last customer question. Write something around that and make a little blog. Find the perfect picture. And I want you to take time and really find good pictures. And there are places online where you can buy images. They usually cost less than $10 each. And a perfect good image that you haven't taken illegally online, that is what you need to drive home your point. Write a paragraph and then create some kind of call to action. Are they going to call? Are they going to download something? Are they going to sign up for something? Are they visiting your website? Are they purchasing something? Whatever your call to action is, make sure you have those. Find a picture, write a paragraph, and create a call to action. So that's it. What time is it? We have, let me look at, okay, it's 10:25. We have 5 more minutes. So let me just go over that in 2 weeks, we're going to do another free webinar. And this is for people that have used Constant Contact before, and it's a little bit more tips and tricks. I have done this a couple of times, so I am everyone is welcome to attend. You can also ask questions at that time. That's really what I have. If you have any questions, please give me a call. And remember us here at Easy Marketing, if you need websites, if you need someone to help you send out your emails, if you really want to have good emails and send them out once a month, but you feel you don't really have the time and it never looks real good, let us know. We create templates, social media, even pay-per-click marketing. So let us know. So thank you so much for joining me today. I don't see any questions, so I hope to see you in a couple of weeks. Bye now and have a great week.